Violence is very natural to us, like taking a dump. War is like taking a dump in the toilet. Much more civilized, really. Peace. Peace is the stillness, the calmness that existed before we showed up. For us, peace is like flying. It is not something we are naturally born to do. When we stand among a community of trees, we sense this peace, this stillness. Mostly we do try to fit in our own clumsy way. We try to fly and we try to be at peace, but in truth, the best we can do is mimic these things that in reality are not in our nature. That is the yin and the yang of it. We are the taking that by force gave birth to giving, which turns around and further empowers and nurtures more taking. And back and forth we swing. Allegedly, perpetual motion is not possible. Friction will eventually level us out. I pray for that before the universe levels us out. Whatever religion might postulate, the earth isn't really giving us anything. It is just being. It is existing. It is in the middle between taking and giving. And that is where we must go. The air existed, then a bird evolved to glide through that space. A tree took root in the ground, but there is a mutually beneficial exchange between plant and soil, as well as between plant and air. The plant seems to get along with everybody, but that's not how we roll. We eat the world, then we take a big dump on it and spread it back out. To our credit at least, when we step back and look at what we've done, we can tell it looks like shit. So we put back a few trees, a little grass, and try to cover it up a bit. Peace must be trained, and to master it, one must train for a lifetime. Contrary to some idiotic belief, it is not better to be lucky than good. We must improve our odds. So we will train. Whether you realize it or not, sports is a tool for training peace. Sports evolved as a way to harness aggression, to divert it. Nations came together and competed rather than kill each other. Unfortunately, it is just as easy to train hate as it is to train love. At birth, if we are shown empathy, we will latch onto it and use it. If we are shown violence or abuse, we will latch onto that instead. So training must start on day one. We seem very righteous about making sure babies get born, but seem to not give a shit whether their full rights have been secured. In democracy, we must be pro-living. Pro-life is a meaningless term. Are we really pro-life? Are we really? We must train ourselves to be autonomous, self-sustaining individuals. Dependency forces compromising alliances and complicity in actions that are not our own. If we can move freely among the world of people and things, yet remain unattached to them, peace will have a space in which to grow. Finally, we must channel our inner thug, the part of us that always plows forward full speed, often with no apparent strategy. It is no wonder that when two thugs cross paths, things can get sketchy. To calm the thug, we must learn to speak the thug's language. Even the best thug believes it takes a thug to stop a thug, that somehow more action can force inaction. Instead, the pendulum keeps swinging. Currently, we either follow thugs without question, avoid them, lock them up, or try to kill them. As long as we continue to fight fire with fire, the thug will not relinquish directional control of this vehicle. Somehow we must act more like friction, which is the only force that can slow down the swinging of this pendulum. The thug is like a bull in a china shop, unfortunately. So we will need to be bull whisperers. Thugs will sense fear, we can have none. Thugs will sense weakness, we must play our cards close to our vest. It does take a thug to catch a thug. but we will be thugs for peace.